stopped being just a photographer for a long time, and today, I want to tell you why. Welcome to the era of the hybrid artist. To understand where I am now, we have to rewind about 10 years. My background isn't actually behind the lens, it's in the idea room. I spent my first 3 years in the advertising agency, working as an art director. That experience wired my brain differently. As an art director, you don't just care about taking a pretty picture, you care about the concept, the message, and the why. When I finally left to start my own studio in 2018, I made a very specific choice. If you ask most people what I do, they will say,
"Oh, Lin is a photographer."
But if you ask me, I will tell you, I'm actually more like a sandwich artist at Subway. Hear me out. Working in visual production is like going to Subway. You don't just get a pre-made box every time. You pick the bread, the sauce, the ingredients, custom built for exactly what you are craving for each project. That has always been my philosophy for visual storytelling. I don't want to just hand you a photograph because that's the only tool I have. I don't want to be boxed in. I knew that the camera was just a tool. My goal wasn't photography. The goal was always be how to create a visual for better storytelling. Over the last few years, my commercial work has been a constant experiment. I treat my career like a software update and install a new feature every year. At the very beginning, it was pure photography. Lighting, composition, shutter speed, aperture, etc. Then, I was obsessed with high-end retouching and manipulating reality to make it perfect. But then, reality wasn't enough. A few years ago, I started integrating CGI into my work. I realized that if I couldn't build a set physically, I could build it digitally. This was the first step away from being just a photographer and towards being a hybrid artist. I was not just capturing what was in front of me anymore. I was creating things that didn't exist. And then, the big one hit. About 2 or 3 years ago, generative AI entered to my career life. For many photographers, this was a moment of fear. Is the AI going to take my job? But for me, it felt like someone finally handed me a missing piece of puzzle. I saw AI not as a replacement, but as a partner. Suddenly, the crazy abstract idea I had in my head, the one that was very expensive or physically impossible to shoot, became accessible. AI allowed me to bridge the gap between my imagination and final output faster than ever before. It unlocks every possibility. So, why did I stop being just a photographer? Because nowadays, the medium doesn't matter as much as the vision. Whether I use a 5000 lens, a 3D render engine, or a text prompt, the job remains the same: visual storytelling. We are entering the era of the hybrid artist. We are no longer defined by the one tool we hold in our hands, but by the multitude of tools we hold in our minds. If you are a creative, don't let the job title limit what you can create. Don't be just a photographer, be a creator. On this channel, I'm going to share my experience and my learning process. I will show you the tools, the prompts, and the mindset shift you need to become a hybrid artist. I'm Lin, and I will see you in the next one.